Hi, Alan Stratton from Maswood Turns. Recently at a club meeting we had a demonstration on turning a yo-yo by a club member. He did a good job and I thought, okay, well, that's a yo-yo, but my wife encouraged me to make my own yo-yo. So I did like most of you would do. I went to the internet and said, okay, what does a yo-yo look like and how are you supposed to make it? It turns out that there is no standard for a yo-yo. The sky's the limit. I did, however, distill it down to a couple of things. One is the width that these things are apart matters. The wider, the less responsive it is, so I made a gauge to help gauge that. The other thing is that apparently the weight distribution may matter, and so I said there, well, maybe there ought to be two styles. One more like the one that when I grew up, like this, which is more round, and maybe this one where the weight is more out to the perimeter, as supposedly to sleep longer. But the other thing, from a wood turning perspective, is how do you mount a yo-yo so that you turn it and not have any mounting things residual to the turning. So in this video I'll demonstrate this, which is using a faceplate with an axle on it to turn it, and this one, which actually, since there's nothing out on the outside, actually uses a central tenon and flares outward on it. So that'll be the meat of this demonstration. As for other accessories, as a kid I wound my own strings. However, you can buy them off eBay for a couple of bucks and they're already ready to go. So let's turn a couple of yo-yos. For this project, I scrounged around in my leftover or unused segment rings. I found a couple of cherry rings about the right size, a maple ring. I glued them together and bored out the center for a piece of walnut. Then split the stack in half. The two matching pieces are double stick taped to threaded faceplates and are ready to go. I do not want any variance in the axle hole. I'm using a center drill to start the hole like a lathe machinists do when starting a hole in metal. The center drill is short and stubby and will not flex like a standard long drill. I swapped for the other stack. Having threaded faceplates makes this easy. Then mount the standard 1/4-inch twist drill for a real hole and drill it 1/2 inch deep. I'll take care of the other block later. Right now I want to sand and apply finish to this surface. I like to do finishing this way since I may not get another chance to do it while mounted to the lathe. The lathe is an expensive work holder. After also rounding off the corner, shellac is my preferred finish in this situation and this size project. Now the yo-yo half is mounted to the other faceplate with a dowel for the axle hole and double stick tape. However, with double stick tape it helps to remove the other facing strip so that it actually is sticky. Still, between the dowel and the rubber stopper on the live center, it comes out okay. Then sand and finish this side also. By the way, I do the same thing on the other side. If you need to see that side, please just rewind. Let's tackle another style and mount. This wood is a lamination of Paduk, Yellow Heart, Cherry, Wenge, and about 2.5 inches in diameter. My target yo-yo dimension is 2 1/4 inches. The wood is mounted between centers. My first task is to cut a tenon. This time I need it to be fairly precise in that it is barely larger than the minimum for my small jaws. This is so that the jaws compress as a ring instead of jaw corners, thus no damage. Now the wood is reversed into the chuck jaws. My task is to cut similar tenon on this end also. Then go on to center drill and finish drill the axle hole 1/2 inch deep. While I'm at it, I want a flare so that when put together, the two halves flare outward. To be as consistent as possible, I measured a 0.3 inch in from the corner on the end and side. Then proceed to round over the corner with gouge and scraper. Then proceed to sand and finish this end with shellac. Next to again reverse the block again with the new tenon. Again with the well-fitting tenon, I am not worried about damaging the surface with the chuck jaws. I need to trim this end, then center drill and finish drill from this side also for the axle. Again for this side, I mark the corner so that I can round it off consistent with the other end. Again, sand and apply finish on this end. At this point, it does not look much like a yo-yo. This is going to change right now. I measured to mark the block in half, then part it into the two parts that will actually be the yo-yo. With one side still mounted, I can cut the profile for this yo-yo. In this case, I want most of the wood weight on the outer rim. Therefore, I will hollow the outer surface. My target is a 1/2 inch deep. Since this is end grain, I'm using my spindle gouge as a hollowing tool. I start the cut at the center, then pull the gouge outward with the gouge nearly vertical, cutting with the lower edge. After a couple of passes, I finish off with a round nose scraper. After sanding, I apply shellac and buff it at high speed, then on to finish the other half the same way. All that is left is the axle and stringing it up. This completes my yo-yos in 2 different styles. Now I have to refresh my yo-yo skills. I have not tossed a yo-yo for decades, and I will have to keep up with my grandchildren. I know it's traditional at the end of a yo-yo demonstration to actually demonstrate using the yo-yo. However, I need more practice first. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my website because my notifications are more reliable than YouTube's. Please tell your friends about my weekly videos. I appreciate your comments and questions. Please wear your full face shield whenever the lathe is running. Are you wearing it?